Yeah, ready? Let us do the exercises for number 1. In the following sentence, one of the words can replace the big capital word without changing the meaning of the sentence. Okay. Itu pertanyaannya seperti itu. That's the question. A. Where did you purchase these tools? Okay. So you have to look at some words, yeah, for the answer, but there's only one answer that is correct. I mean, there's only one correct sentence. Okay. How do we find the correct answer? That's it. You have to find the component, the meaning, I mean, the component of the meaning of each word. And if it is the component is the same, it means that this is the synonym and can replace the big capital word without changing the meaning of the sentence. Okay, so without changing the meaning of the sentence, it means it is the synonym, not synonym, yeah, of the word itself. So first thing first is the word purchase. What is it? Apa? Persamaan dari kata purchase. Is it the same with used? Buy, release, modify, take. So what is it, the answer? Any one of you can answer the question, the exercises?
Buy, purchase, buy.
Yeah, buy. Okay. And of course you have to prove ya, karena Anda sudah belajar semantik. Maka Anda harus mencari komponennya, analisa komponen dari kata purchase and buy. Remember that you have to use brackets, kurung kotak gitu ya. Dan Anda menemukan kata, memberikan kata plus, 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 plus untuk setiap maknanya. Misalnya purchase, ketika Anda mengecek di kamus, buka kamus, itu obtain something, pay money, itu komponennya. Anda mendapatkan sesuatu dan membayar dengan uang. That purchase. And then when you open the dictionary, you have the same component. That is obtain, okay, plus, and something, plus, and pay plus, and money plus. So in this case, the word purchase synonym with the word buy. Understand that? Okay, understand that? How do we have to answer that? Jadi tidak boleh hanya mengatakan purchase sama dengan buy. Finish? No. You have to give you have to testify. You have to give the proof for it. Like purchase itu ada kata obtain, ada kata something, ada kata pay, ada kata money. Is that right? And when you check the word buy, you just look at the word buy. Is that the component of obtain? That's it. Plus. Is that the component of something? That's it. Plus. Is that any component of the pay? That's it. Okay. Plus. Is that a component of money? That's it. Plus. So plus, 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 plus means that the meaning is the same. The meaning is the same means that this is the synonym. Any questions so far? Ika, Hanif?
Belum, Ma'am. Paling nanti
Jelas.
belajar kata-kata yang buat di bracketnya itu, Ma'am.
Ya, nanti buka saja di kamus. Oke, buka saja di kamus apa komponen maknanya. Kemudian Anda memberikan keywords-nya, cari keywords-nya. Kemudian keywords itu Anda lihat pada kata-kata yang ingin diuji untuk persamaannya. Kalau ada persamaan kata keywords-nya itu komponennya, meaning komponen, maka berilah plus, 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 plus. Ketika terjadi plus, 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 maka itu terjadilah persamaan makna. The other ones that you have to look at is the exercise number 2. At the end of the street, we saw the animal statues. So what is the animal statues? Once again, you have to look at what is the meaning of the word animals. Komponennya apa? Ketika orang mengatakan animals, itu komponennya apa? Extreme, large, size. Is that right? An extremely large on the size, begitu kan biasanya. Now, you have to know that the component of animals is there is extreme, there is large, and there is size. And how about the other words? Mana kata-kata yang mendukung persamaan dari kata animals? What is it? Is it pink? Is it smooth ini ya? Is it nice? Is it huge? Is it original? Which one?
Huge.
Huge. How do we know? Ya, yang penting bukan hanya jawabannya, tapi bagaimana Anda mengujinya. Testify-nya bagaimana? Letakkan dalam kurung kotak ya, brackets. Kata extreme, kata large, kata size. Itu dimiliki oleh kata animals plus, large plus, size plus. Kemudian Anda lihat kata huge itu sendiri. Ketika Anda cek di kamus, maka huge itu juga mengandung makna atau komponen extreme, so this is a plus, and large juga plus, and size juga plus. So in this case, animals and huge is the same, what we call synonym. Okay? Ketika kita menguji kata, maka kita menggunakan componential analysis. Tetapi ketika kita menguji statement, maka kita menggunakan uji proposisi. Maka Anda harus memecah kalimat itu menjadi basic meaning-nya apa saja dan Anda uji secara propositional atau apa kemarin itu teorinya valensi teori. Tapi ketika Anda menguji makna kata, maka yang disebut dengan sinonim atau antonym, maka kita mengujinya dengan componential analysis. Satu kata saja berbeda dari kata extreme, large, and size. For animals, we can state that this is antonym. Maka ketika kita melihat kata animals itu huge, maka sinonim karena komponennya sama. Tapi ketika Anda melihat komponen dari kata animals statute tadi Anda milih misalnya original, kan tidak cocok maknanya. Maka mungkin semuanya malah minus, maka itu dikatakan antonym. Satu kata saja minus, satu komponen saja minus, maka sudah merupakan antonym. Okay, is that clear enough? Clear enough?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The sentence below are all about the same person, but the two of them are related in such a way that if one is true, the other must be false. Okay. Kembali, Anda harus membuktikan itu yang disebut dengan antonym, is that right? Edgar is married, okay. And Edgar is apa? Antonym dari marriage. Rich, no longer young, or bachelor? Which one?
Bachelor.
Bachelor. Okay. So let us see, check it again. Married plus have plus husband or wife. If someone married, it means that he has atau have husband or wife. Okay. And bachelor, what is it? Don't have husband and wife. Maka di sini minus. So we can call it, this is what we call antonym. Or if it is stated on the statement, if one thing is true, the other must be false. Is it right? Kalau satu betul, maka yang lainnya ada salah. Oke, jelas? Jadi yang saya minta Anda adalah mengklarifikasikannya, bukan hanya menjawab ini betul, ini salah. Oke? Choose two words that makes opposite statements about the same subject. Nah, ini statement. Nah, Betty cut a thick slice of cake. Betty, yeah. Okay, so here we are, statement. Tapi ini tetap saya minta bukan statement, tapi ini kata tetap words ya, nanti diganti saja. Opposite words ya, bukan statement. Tolong diganti opposite words-nya atau antonym dari kata thick. Apa? Thick apa? Was it thick? Thick apa? Lawan katanya.
Tebal, lawan katanya thin.
Thin, very good. But what I want you to do is that you have to clarify, please. Like what we have done it before. Ya, sudah saya beri kata kuncinya thin, tapi tolong diklarifikasi dengan komponen-komponen yang ada di dalam makna kata-kata itu sendiri. Kemudian ada kata departs, itu opposite words-nya apa? Antonymnya apa? Departs. Was it departs? Hanif, what is it departs? The antonym for departs? Hanif, what is it?
Antonym for what, ma'am?
Departs.
I'm sorry?
Departs. Departs. The train departs at 12:25. So what is it that departs? Departs, berangkat.
Arrived.
Arrives, that's it. So what I want you to do again is not just give them the words, but karena Anda sudah belajar semantik, maka Anda harus memberikan klarifikasi dengan cara membuktikan bahwa departs itu berbeda dengan arrive. Caranya bagaimana? Ya tadi dengan plus minus sesuai dengan teori componential analysis. Which one is share feature and which one is not share feature? If it is share features, maka synonym. If it is not share feature, maka it is antonym. Okay? Yeah. And then number 4. Please interpret the ambiguity of the following sentence. Ya, ada sebuah ambiguitas di mana rangkaian kata itu mempunyai makna yang lebih dari satu. Lihat dalam Marjorie took the sick parakeet to a small animal hospital. So small animal hospital can be interpreted into different meaning. That can be small animal hospital, or smallnya itu belong to animal hospital, or belong to small animal hospital. Understand that? Can you imagine? Can you understand what is it? Jadi small itu bisa melekat pada animal hospital, rumah sakit hewan yang kecil, atau rumah sakit untuk hewan-hewan yang kecil. Understand that? Hanif? Hanif? Or Bella? Or Rika again, Juliana Bofra? Can you understand the ambiguity for a small animal hospital?
Ya, ma'am. Tergantung cara bacanya.
Iya, tergantung cara bacanya, tergantung cara melekatkannya, tergantung kata small itu melekat kemana.
Ya.
Kalau melekat ke animal, maka yang diberi modifiers adalah kata
Animal.
Tapi ketika dia melekat pada animal hospital, maka yang diberi modifier adalah hospital itu sendiri. So the small is animal hospital, not the animal. Understand that? So this is what we call ambiguity on the meaning. Ambiguity selalu mengacu pada double meaning that more than one. Okay, yeah. Okay. Number 4, number 5 ini ya. Please choose the possible rejoinders, one of which could not be appropriate. Ya, rejoinders. Anda ingat kemarin adanya kasus apa ya, teori entailment. Entailment atau it's kind of bridge. Adalah sebuah bridge ya, sebuah jembatan makna for the speaker and listeners or hearer. Like when we have asked someone, what's your name? So what is the answer? What is the answer? What's your name? What is the answer? Apa jawabannya? Ayo.
My name is.
Yes, my name is. So what is it on your mind? There is a bridge. Ada semacam jembatan yang menghubungkan antara pendengar, pembicara dengan pendengar. Ketika bridge itu tidak berjalan atau tidak ada, maka akan terjadi miscommunication or what we call misunderstanding also. That's why here we are. Ketika seseorang bertanya, when did you last see my brother? Ya, jawabannya bisa 10 minutes ago, bisa could not be appropriate, yang tidak cocok dengan jawaban dari when did you last see my brother? Not related with the question. Which one? Which one? 10 minutes ago? Last Tuesday atau very nice?
Very nice.
Yeah, very nice. So very nice is not appropriate for the answer for the question of when did you last see my brother? Okay, so because relation between the speaker and the listeners. Okay, what color does that contrast meaning within this collocation? Ya, ada kolokasi di sini dan ada contrast meaning dalam kolokasi itu. Apa? Mana? Yang mana? Meaningnya itu tidak sama berbeda. Red apple, what do we talk about red apple? Talk about color, is it right? Is it right? Red hair, talk about color too. Red wine, talk about color. Kolokasi adalah sanding kata, ya kan? How about a red traffic light? Kalau red traffic light is talking about the color. If you just on the street and you look at the red traffic light, and you just imagine that, you just interpreted that this is only a color. What does it mean? There will be a
mean to stop.
Ya, kalau Anda hanya menerjemahkan itu sebagai color, Anda tetap jalan. But if there is a meaning for it that is stop, not just the meaning of color, you know what you do. What do you do? Anda tahu mengerjakan apa harus Anda lakukan. Anda berhenti. Okay, so this is the contrast meaning for this collocation is on the red traffic light, because all of the other collocation belong to what we call color. Red apple kan color, red hair juga color, red wine juga color. Tetapi untuk red traffic light, this is not color, this is stop. Okay, the next. Now, let us see. Please describe the content of these classes. Yeah. So we have a field analysis, field theory, verbs of cooking. Ayo, apa yang punya makna memasak? Coba. What is the verbs of cooking? Okay, Ika, would you please tell me one verb that tells about cooking?
Cooking, making, make. Bisa nggak? Apa sih, Mem?
Ah.
Food.
Verb yang mengacu pada cooking itu apa saja?
Ada make, prepare.
Ada kelompoknya apa saja? Kelompok kata kerja yang mengacu pada cooking. Oh, Anda nggak pernah masak ikan ini sih.
Aduh, kok gitu?
Fry.
Fry.
Fry,
Boil.
boil, bake.
Ya.
Oh, is that right?
Mem, sukanya makan.
Ya sudah. Karena loh, kok masak-masak nggak tahu ini ya sudah. Tapi okay, that I know. Ika like cooking. How about noun of flowers?
Noun flowers. Jasmine,
Yes.
rose,
Okay. And name of colors.
yellow, purple, red, black, white.
That's it. Name of insect.
Ants,
Yes. Fly,
cockroach,
mosquito.
mosquito.
There are many kinds of insects. Okay. So you can tell us the what is it? The part of it because you know what is share and different share feature. Anda tahu bahwa Anda bisa mengelompokkan itu bunga itu ini ya, karena Anda tahu semuanya berbau harum, berwarna cantik dan indah dipandang. That you can call it the flowers, and you can tell us the activities for cooking because everything you do it in the kitchen, maybe something like that. The meaning, the shared meaning, and you can do it. You can mention it like bake, fry, boil, and toast, and have the result is food, something like that. So this is what we call the activities or the verb of cooking. Understand that? Jadi ketika Anda ditanya kenapa Anda menyebutkan itu, ya karena feature-nya itu sama, maka Anda bisa mengatakan itu adalah share features. That is the component of the words itself. The cohoponym of the word lunch apa? Cohoponym. Ada yang bisa menjawab? Cohoponym. Cohoponym. What is it? Yeah, the cohoponym for the word lunch is breakfast, dinner, brunch can be. Cohoponymnya adalah itu ya, breakfast, dinner. Nanti cek lagi apa itu hoponym dan apa itu cohoponym. Okay, the synonymy of the sentence check is assignment. Synonymy always in a statement, never in the words. So what is it? The synonymy of the sentence check is assignment. What is it? Sinonimnya apa? Hanif? Juliana Bofra? Muhammad Yusuf? Kok Ika saja loh, yang lainnya mana? Bidari, halo, how are you Bidari? Dirita? Shanan Haris? Hanif, what is the
Sorry, ma'am.
synonymy untuk Jack is a seaman? Synonymy.
Synonymy of
Jack is a seaman. Ika?
Bentar, Mem. Lagi mikir, Mem. Jack is a seaman. Bisa nggak, Mem, kalau seaman-nya aja yang diganti jadi sailor?
Boleh. Ya, situ yang saya maksudkan. Jack is a sailor. Maka Anda harus mengatakannya dengan kalimat juga.
Ya, Mem. Jadi, Jack is a sailor. Gitu bisa
Oh,
berarti.
itu bisa. Karena Jack itu adalah apa? Aktor, begitu kan? Untuk mengujinya, kalau sinonimi ya harus dengan basic meaning. Is that right? Antonymy of the sentence, the TV is on now. The TV is on now. What is the antonymy?
The TV is off now.
Very good. That's it. So remember, synonymy always related to the sentence. But synonym is like what we have discussed before. Always related to the words. That is purchase, tadi bisa diganti dengan apa, begitu kan? Ya. Oke, sekarang nomor 11, coba. Okay. What is, okay, among the following parts of the endonym, which one is binary and non-binary? Nah, ingat kan? Kalau binary itu tidak ada binary, itu tidak ada keterangan di antara dua kata itu. That's it. Misalnya ada very, ada very, very small, something like that. Tetapi itu non-binary ya, ada keterangan very. Tetapi kalau yang binary itu, no, we don't have that. So which one is binary and which one is non-binary? True, false. Do you think is it binary or non-binary? Have you ever say that very true, very false?
No, ma'am.
No, so this is binary. Okay, and tall. He is very short. He is very tall. So what is it?
It's not binary.
Non-binary. Non-binary. It's very expensive. It's very cheap.
Non-binary.
Very good. And rude, polite. Have you ever said, oh, he is very rude. He is very polite. Have you ever said that?
Yes. So it's non-binary.
Non-binary. Okay. So when you have a very between that words, so we can call it non-binary. Okay. Converse antonym ya, antonym juga ada antonym yang converse ya, itu seperti yang terlihat di dalam the map is above the board, itu converse antonymnya adalah the board is below the map. Okay. Yeah. Do you have any questions so far? Ya, untuk latihan berikutnya Anda tolong dikerjakan saja. Nanti kita bicarakan sesudah Lebaran ya. Tanggal nomor 12 ini Anda harus menganalisa berdasarkan atas proposisinya. Agnes is writing her mother a letter. Mother told her children a story. The God admitted us to the museum. Nectar attracts bees to the flowers. Okay. Dan nomor 14, Anda harus menentukan ini mark or unmark. Mark or unmark. Which one? Long, short. Mark is famous. Unmark is famous. We usually use that. But mark is not. It's very short. No, it's very long. Is it right? Begitu ya. Maka mana yang long shot itu yang unmark yang mana? Long shot. Ingat teorinya ayo. Unmarked antonym and marked antonym. Ya, nanti dicatat saja yang unmarked antonym adalah long, wide, high, sedangkan yang marked antonym adalah short, narrow, and low. Marked antonym adalah short, narrow, dan low, sedangkan unmarked antonym adalah long, wide, and high. Oke, kemudian untuk nomor 15, kembali Anda harus mengerjakan untuk semantic rules. Dikerjakan sebagai PR, dikerjakan ya sebagai PR, nanti kita bicarakan sesudah Idul Fitri. Artinya minggu depan kita sudah ada kelas pada tanggal 15. Dan semua latihan ini nanti akan di upload lagi oleh Rahim dalam KCR. Sekarang sementara dalam bentuk WA mungkin tidak jelas, that's okay. But I already asked siapa? Rahim untuk mengupload latihan dalam bentuk yang lebih baik. Okay, do you have any questions so far? And we still have class for semantic, 2 classes maybe. 2 weeks after the Idul Fitri days. And the class will be finished before 30 May because after that we will have a silent week and final test. Ya, sesudah itu kita mendapatkan silent week dan final test. Is there any questions so far? Silakan bertanya kalau ada yang mau ditanyakan. Nanti minggu depan kita latihan-latihan saja ya, supaya Anda tidak mengalami kesulitan dalam ujian nanti. Halo, is there any question?
No, ma'am.
No, oke. Ya sudah, kerjakan dulu yang lainnya di rumah dengan mencoret-coret ya. Buat analisa proposisinya, basic meaningnya, dan kemudian akan kita bicarakan minggu depan. Semuanya minggu depan sesudah Idul Fitri kita khususkan tentang analisa proposisi, baik yang kemarin-kemarin maupun yang saya berikan PR hari ini. Lalu minggu depan berikutnya kita lakukan review untuk semua materi yang sudah kita bahas beberapa minggu yang lalu. Okay, that's okay. Do you have any questions so far? Hanif, have you got any questions?
No question, ma'am.
Okay. So thank you very much. If you don't have any questions, so see you next week, and we will discuss on the analysis of basic meaning, or what we call proposition. Bye. Have a nice day.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye-bye.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you, Ika. Yeah.